Elon Musk is threatening lawsuits to the US media for sabotaging Tesla. You know what? Elon Musk has been saying some stuff lately that I think is a little bit crazy. I still like him, but I think he's kind of, gone a little bit crazy on some of the things he's been saying. But in this case, I fully support Elon Musk. You know what? The Chinese media are too restricted, too controlled, and you certainly, if you say the wrong thing in China, you go to prison. That is true. But in America, the US media have free reign. They say whatever they want, whenever they want. They lie, they make things up constantly on a daily basis. People believe it. People are incredibly gullible for some reason. I don't know why, not everyone, but a very large percentage of the US population is extremely gullible. Most people in America believe the Cybertruck blew up because it just blew up, right? When the exact opposite was the case. In fact, this story is so remarkable because the entire inverse of what people believe is actually what happened. Elon Musk, in this case, actually has a really, really good point because, well, he's been proven right. The tactics from the US media are unquestionably working. The tactics to undermine the EV transition, to prevent people from buying electric cars. And it's really a fear and shock campaign created by big oil and the US media, probably by the automotive industry. They're afraid of EVs as well. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. I saw exact evidence of this today on social media. I don't know why I bothered opening up social media because, to be honest, it's full of morons. There's a few cool, good people, don't get me wrong. There's some great stuff, but there's a lot of crap as well. I saw a post that had gone viral. People believe across all of America that this Tesla Cybertruck, which had a bomb planted in the back of it and exploded, they believe that was the Cybertruck blowing up because the Cybertruck is a bomb. In other words, anyone who drives around in a Cybertruck is driving a bomb that could blow up at any moment. They really honestly believe this. It's a widespread belief because the media has basically created headlines to that fact. And people don't read the story. They don't read in between the lines. And even if they read the stories, they probably would still think that anyway. And so now, this is what people are saying. Don't drive your Cybertruck. It's going to blow up. The crazy part about this story is that actually the Cybertruck, its battery did not even burn, even though a bomb blew up inside its bed. Even though the bed was closed and a bomb blew up inside its bed. The Cybertruck itself, much of it looks untouched. The battery did not burn. And this is an incredible result. There is no way in hell that any internal combustion engine vehicle in the world would not have caught fire if it had a bomb that exploded inside of it. If anything, this story is showing just how good electric cars have actually become. Now, Musk is agreeing with a comment saying that headlines are sabotaging the Tesla brand and replied that maybe it is time he sued the media. I totally agree with this. It's not the first time. This has happened. Guys, I don't publish a lot of negative stories about Tesla, even though some of them are true, some of them are not, because there is just too much negativity. And it's massively fake. I mean, I'm talking most of it is fake. Most of it is exaggerated. Most of it is nonsensical. So that's the reason. I'm not paid a cent by Tesla. Nobody is, in fact. Bloggers, YouTubers don't get paid by Tesla at all that I'm aware of. Anyhow, Tesla CEO has hinted at a potential legal battle with media outlets over their coverage of the Cybertruck having a bomb in the back, exploding in Las Vegas last week. At the same time, the world's richest man has used the tragic incident as an opportunity to highlight the electric truck's strength. Now, to be fair, it's not really a tragic incident. I don't think it is anyway. You choose to blow yourself up in front of a big building, then I saw the suicide note. It didn't sound like the guy had had a real tough life or anything like that. Maybe he has, but he was a Navy SEAL. This dude has had some massive career successes. And it sounded to me like he basically was a virtue signaler, telling us all to live by his virtues, from what I could tell. So I don't really think this is a sad incident. Anyhow, what's sad about this is that someone would do this to other people. He's injured other people. That didn't need to happen. If you want to kill yourself, hey, I'm not telling you to do this, but I'm saying don't injure anyone else in the process, right? It was unclear what caused the Tesla to explode shortly after it was packed just outside the lobby of the Trump Hotel, but it was very obvious that it was not the battery pack because it was very clear the Tesla Cybertruck, while the battery was still intact. In an article covering the blast, Business Insider's headline caught the attention of conservative commentator Robbie Starbuck, who suggested that Musk should contemplate suing outlets that frame the story in a way that was misleading and dishonest. The offending title, Tesla Cybertruck explosion in front of Trump Hotel in Las Vegas leaves 1 dead and 7 injured. Now, I guess technically that title, it is misleading, no doubt. But if you wanted to sue them for that, it could be difficult. That statement, a lot of media outlets are saying is factual, but it's not actually factual. It obviously implies the Cybertruck exploded in and of itself. Starbucks suggested that these headlines are sabotaging Tesla's brand by making people think it caught fire of its own accord. It exploded because it is the bomb, not it had a bomb inside of it. Musk agrees with that assertion as he replied, maybe it is time to do so, implying that suing the media could be the answer. Now, guys, a lot of people think this is ridiculous, and I understand that. They think that you shouldn't bother with suing the media over this case. It's not a big deal. I understand that. Now, here's what I see, though. It's the straw that breaks the camel's back. There is constant headlines like this, not the same, but similarly misleading every single day in the United States, every single day. YouTubers make completely false videos about Tesla that are just completely made up, and they get hundreds of thousands of gullible people watching them. They even send them to me. I'm like, mate, that's fake. It's not real. Elon Musk didn't fly himself to Mars. He's not living there now. All kinds of insane things like this that people really do believe. So I do think the US media, not just necessarily about Tesla, but in general, they are not in any way held to any kind of accountable standards, and they should be. At least some level of standards. They have zero standards. I believe the US media are no different to basically prostitutes. They prostituted themselves for $1. They just make things up in order to get you to click because they're desperate to compete with new media, with YouTube, right? People watch YouTube far more than they read newspapers anymore. Most car manufacturers would probably think that having one of their vehicles involved in a targeted attack would be a PR nightmare. But Musk was basically saying this because, well, he had a point. In a post on X, he said, the evil knuckleheads picked the wrong vehicle for a terrorist attack. Cybertruck actually contained the explosion and directed the blast upwards. Not even the glass doors of the lobby were broken. I'm pretty sure we could get it running again too. Now, he's got a point. I can't believe how well the Cybertruck held up under this explosion. It looks insane. I mean, it really did contain the blast. I don't think anyone can argue against that. Now, I understand there's a lot of emotional sentiment right now about Elon Musk, but he's right. You can't argue. I mean, the size of this bomb explosion should have been enormous, but it wasn't. Musk's sentiment was actually backed up by Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Sheriff Kevin McHale, who said the fact this was a Cybertruck really limited the damage that occurred inside the valet because it had most of the blast go up through the truck and out. Now, guys, remarkably, this is definitely showing... the Cybertruck has received a lot of criticism lately. A lot of people think it's rubbish. They think it rusts, that it really does rust. People, I reckon at least half of Americans believe that. Another story. But the truth is, in November, a Cybertruck was destroyed in Guadalajara, Mexico, after crashing into a statue. I mean, at high speed. It must have been doing at least 100 miles an hour. It was utterly annihilated, just ripped into pieces. An 18-year-old woman was thrown from the EV and found lying on the pavement. Musk, he posted images saying the Cybertruck is tougher than a bag of nails. And honestly, the truth is, I was shocked by those images. The fact the batteries did not catch fire, even though they were just torn to shreds. I mean, it's been several times now we've seen crashes like this involving the Cybertruck, where it's just been in these insane crashes where the vehicle has been utterly just ripped to bits and it hasn't caught fire. Whatever the hell Tesla are putting in these 4680 battery cells, it is working. That pink fire retardant stuff that Sandy Munro exposed in a video where he actually took the battery apart piece by piece and he said, this is a nightmare, you can't repair it. He had a point, but it works to stop fires. It must be the most fireproof car I've ever seen. I've never seen a scenario where the battery packs are just getting torn to bits from these high-speed collisions and there is no ignition, no fire, nothing. Truthfully, this story is intriguing because it really does prove a point. When we often think something from a title of a story, we believe it. We actually get brainwashed with completely the wrong information. And I admit I do this. I do this as well. I scan headlines. There's so many headlines to read on a daily basis. I read the headline. I'm like, no. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, no. I'm at fault as much as anyone else. So I feel guilty in this. I'm kind of playing into this by scrolling through and reading these titles, and depending on what the title says, I click on it. Maybe I need to change as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.